A baby dinosaur named Dino just discovered something amazing. Colors are everywhere. Red, blue, yellow, and green are hiding all around. But can you help Dino find them all? The adventure starts with a very special red surprise. Look, Dino is pointing to a bright, shiny apple. Can you say red? Red! Behind the scenes of this educational project, this simple moment required careful planning. Early test screenings revealed a major problem. 35% of toddlers missed the red apple entirely because it blended too easily into the background. To fix this, artists launched a 24-hour redesign. They boosted the apple's saturation from 70 to 90%, stretched Dino's pointing gesture to 1.5 seconds, and added a soft visual glow when the word is spoken. Instantly, pointing accuracy jumped to 78%, showing that multimodal labeling genuinely improves word learning. To lock in this success, the team introduced Ruby, a cheerful red rabbit holding a red balloon. Ruby reinforces the color category without adding cognitive complexity. By pairing spoken words, physical gestures, and high-contrast visuals, this red scene proved that the design formula works, giving the project its first major victory. What does the color blue sound like? To answer this, the production team shifted the educational strategy from simple visual identification into audio-supported memory. Dino guides viewers to a sparkling blue pool where a new sidekick, Bubbles the bluefish, swims and splashes to serve as the segment's memorable anchor. This scene introduces a distinct musical identity, using cross-modal research to link instrument timbre and pitch with color lightness. The composer designed the blue motif as a soft, ascending three-note synth glissando, drawing on studies showing that higher-pitched sounds map directly to lighter color impressions. Although early advisory panels debated whether a fixed sound-color pairing might limit a child's flexible thinking, the team used the motif as a critical sensory anchor to reinforce memory. To expand this cognitive mapping, the artists carefully introduced subtle shade variations within the blue family, keeping the differences minimal to prevent visual confusion. By pairing Bubbles' gentle bubble-popping sound cues with the recurring musical theme, the team proved that color learning can be supported by a distinct auditory signature. This multi-sensory approach allows toddlers to both see the color blue and actively hear it, paving the way for durable long-term recall in early childhood development. Look at the bright yellow sun! And who is that fluttering nearby? It is Sunny, a cheerful yellow chick pecking at the warm yellow ground. Dino wants to play a game. Can you find something yellow? This sunny moment shifts the dynamic from passive viewing to active, shared discovery. The production team built the yellow segment around joint media engagement, designing the scene to act as an educational bridge between caregiver and child. Instead of simply naming colors, the off-screen narrator guides participation using a structured question, pause, and answer rhythm. This setup prompts adults to ask questions in real time, giving toddlers a vital 3-second thinking window to process what they see and voice their response. By pacing the scene slower and leaving intentional silence, the narrator supports the caregiver's scaffolding without taking over the story. This interactive approach transforms basic color recognition from a solo task into a shared, responsive game, boosting early childhood vocabulary before the final color arrives. Look! Dino is ready for the final color. What happens when we mix blue and yellow? A magical spark of light reveals green. Hello, Leafy the green frog. Leafy hops and chirps, serving as our green anchor. Behind this simple magic was intense creative debate. Head writer Ethan Klein pushed for the mixing reveal to inspire hands-on curiosity. But educational psychologist Dr. Lena Morris warned it might trigger cognitive overload due to slow mapping color categories. The team compromised, using a brief visual sparkle and a simple spoken cue to scaffold the transition safely for young minds. But on the final render day, disaster struck the post-production pipeline. At frame 1234, the Arnold renderer flagged shader error code 0x1F, turning the vibrant green swirl into a muddy gray. With the delivery deadline looming, the lighting technical director and shader artist launched an emergency intervention. They manually applied a hand-painted color map over the broken frames, overriding the shader network, and successfully re-rendered the entire sequence in just 2 hours. This rapid post-production rescue allowed Leafy to make his triumphant non-verbal debut. By completing the 4-color loop, the green scene beautifully resolved the project's educational arc, transforming a high-pressure technical crisis into a joyful moment of childhood discovery. Dino's color adventure is done, but your colorful world is just beginning. What colors can you find around you today? Share them in the comments.